Okay. Should be good. Get out of here. Okay. Welcome to the Wrestling Pod. I'm your host, Carlito Santiago, and today we're here to talk about what went down on Raw in San Antonio, Texas, in the Frostbank Center. As we roll to WrestleMania 42, Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar are included here in this show, so we got to know what went down. And boy, oh boy, there was something. Well, Seth Rollins hit the ring accompanied by his army of masked and hooded assailants. The former world champion grabbed the mic and immediately threatened the Vision, telling them, "I created the Vision and I will kill the Vision." Paul Heyman arrived on the scene, disheveled and unshaved, his right eye bloodshot, his face bruised and scraped. "Letting you in my inner circle was the worst decision I ever made," Rollins saying before vowing to cut the wise man out like the cancer that he is. Heyman repeated F-A-F-O until, of course, he got to the last one, which was F-A-F-5. And Brock Lesnar appeared. The Beast stalked his way to the ring, obliterating all of the masked men until Rollins was left. He hopped into the ring, stared face to face with Rollins. The arena darkened. Oba Femi strutted to the ring. The ruler proceeded to deliver a massive power bomb that flattened the future Hall of Famer Brock Lesnar. A foot on the chest and a point to the WrestleMania sign, meaning that Lesnar and Oba Femi are going to have one hell of a match at WrestleMania. The ruler versus the Beast. And this is probably all because Rollins is still injured and can't do much. So, teasing Lesnar versus Rollins was a great way to kick off the segment, only for us to get the fucking ruler, the twisting. And Rollins kind of almost threatened to do something to Brock, but Rollins rolled out, only for the ruler to drop Lesnar with the biggest powerbomb known to man. And oh my god, is it a thrill? Is it something that everybody was expecting? Probably not. But oh my god, was it executed perfectly. Grade A++++. I love this opening segment. The original El Grande Americano took on El Grande Americano. And this was, well, any cut and dry match. It was fun for what it was, but that's it. When the original El Grande came off the top rope with his trademark headbutt, he caught the weapon, crumbling to a heap. Americano rolled over and won this with a tainted win. It was, oh my god, I don't know, man. Jesus Christ. I can't. I mean, again, because the weapon was the steel plate that's in the head. And going for the headbutt and then pinning him after the head take... No, I'm sorry. C+. Also, WWE has to get Chad Gable out of that Americano gimmick ASAP. Bayley took on AJ Lee for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Bayley lived out a dream on Monday night as she challenged her idol, AJ Lee, for the Women's IC Championship. In what may have been her last shot at securing a spot on the WrestleMania card, a highly competitive match saw Bayley take the fight to Lee, setting aside her personal feelings for the women who inspired her to get into the business in the first place. On a few occasions, it looked like she might do that. She delivered a Bayley to belly suplex that should have won her the gold, but Lee kicked out at 2, further sending the challenger into desperation and frustration. Ultimately, despite being the better wrestler through the majority of the match, Bayley found herself trapped in the Black Widow with no choice but to tap out. Now, after the commercial break, Becky Lynch attacked AJ Lee, sending her into the Raw stage, then laying her out on the aisleway, sending a big message that this rivalry isn't fucking over. And it looks like that we could be getting a rematch at WrestleMania, AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch for the Women's IC Championship. I'll give it, for what it's worth, graded a B. But go check out this match. It's pretty interesting. And go check out that opening segment, man, if you haven't. Like, that opening segment is fully worth staying tuned in the Monday Night Raw until fucking this match shows up. We got a surprise Intercontinental Championship match. 2 of the elite luchadors in professional wrestling squared off in an unadvertised match on Monday night. Penta defended the IC Championship against Dragon Lee. Well, actually, he had an open challenge and Dragon Lee accepted. Anyway, what ensued was an action-packed, uber athletic contest between 2 creative aerial artists that nearly accumulated with a corkscrew Topsudia to the champion on the outside. Back inside, Lee delivered Enter the Dragon, but was unable to keep his opponent down for the count of 3. He looked to deliver one last final blow, but Penta dodged it. Delivered the Mexican Destroyer, and won an absolute banger of a match. Grading an A. And again, to give us something like this is great. Also, to mention here, backstage, Paul Heyman told Logan Paul and Austin Theory that their chances of getting anywhere on the WrestleMania card is slim to none. So, I got something better. I need you to have something. You need to be worth something if you want to be a Paul Heyman guy. So, he grabbed the attention of the Usos. So the not the Usos, but the Usos World Tag Team Championships. So, Logan Paul and Austin Theory will take on the Usos in a World Tag Team Championship match next week on Raw. Maxine Dupree and Natalya, or Natty. In a rubber match, or the latest chapter of their rivalry, Natty squared off with Maxine Dupree in a singles competition. The former Women's IC champion was outmatched and overwhelmed early and often, out-wrestled at every turn. No matter whatever she attempted to get going, she succumbed to the fury of Natty. The third-generation star downed Dupree late with a discus clothesline and applied the sharpshooter for the submission win. Graded a C-, especially with the way that they're portraying Dupree now as nothing more than just, Natty is the one who trained her. Like, shouldn't Maxine be the one who should be outsmarting Natty? Like, Natty taught her everything. Like, what the fuck? I don't get this, and I don't know what it does for Dupree. It does nothing, honestly. So, yeah. Honestly, fuck, this sucks. After the match, Michael Cole attempted to conduct a live interview with Randy Orton, but the Viper canceled it. He did refer to himself as a killer, though, and he reminded the voice of WWE that there is, in fact, one more royal family in professional wrestling, the Ortons. Which is interesting. Danhausen cursed Grayson Waller following a vignette also involving Kofi, Javon Evans, and Dragon Lee. And Danhausen apparently gave out Austin 316 t-shirts. Because it was Austin 316 Day. Stephanie Vakir took on Raquel Rodriguez. The Women's World Champion Stephanie Vakir battled Raquel Rodriguez, who was accompanied by the Royal Rumble winner and #1 contender for the women's title, Liv Morgan, at ringside. La Primera controlled the action early, sending a message to her WrestleMania 42 opponent. Actually, I don't know if I'm... Oh, fuck. I don't know if any of that was heard. I don't think so. I think my mic... Shit. Oh, if I was muted, I'm very sorry, because I don't know how the hell that happens. La Primera controlled the action early, sending a message to her WrestleMania 42 opponent, Morgan. As the action spilled to the outside, though, Rodriguez sent Vakir into the ring post, knocking her out. Back from the break, Big Sexy dominated the action, utilizing her size and strength advantage to control the pace and keep the champion grounded. Vakir fought her way back into the bout, executing the Devil's Kiss, but Morgan made her presence felt. Io Sky arrived on the scene, fending off the heels at ringside, only to be pounced over the announce table by Raquel. Back in the ring, La Primera scored the victory with a roll-up. So, yeah, nothing more. And I'm sorry if I'm muted. If I was muted, I covered basically, honestly, all of Raw. But I want you guys to, I mentioned this before when I was muted. If you haven't seen anything, go check out this segment and go watch the Bayley and AJ Lee Intercontinental. Actually, go watch both the Women's Intercontinental Championship matches, because those were both good. Those were both good. But the opening segment was fucking crazy. Oba Femi is taking on Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. That's fucking insane. Anyway, graded a B, and we get to our, another segment. Welcome to my ring. Welcome to my main event. Roman Reigns said as he came face to face with CM Punk in a marquee promo. I don't even call it marquee. Reigns hurled insults at Punk, including not main eventing a European tour and not being the big money baller that his wife is. Wait. Not main eventing a European tour? What do you mean by that? Weren't they touring in Europe not like a few months ago? And not main eventing a European tour? What the fuck do you mean by that? Do you mean because he fucking main evented with Balor? The fuck? In Dublin, did they not? WWE needs to that was bad. I don't even think that's true. Because, yeah, I mean, what was the European tour? The European tour that they fucking had months ago? Or a few months ago? Like before Elimination Chamber. I think that's what. I don't know. That's false. Not main eventing a European tour. That's false. Not being the big money baller that his wife is. That was a good insult. Punk stopped the tribal chief by leaving, telling him he would tell Reigns when he could leave, then vowed to beat him at WrestleMania 42. For all the insults, it was the OTC calling the world champion old that earned him a right hand to the face, and I thought this was just bullshit. We all know Punk is fucking old. Everyone knows Punk's fucking old. Look at him. He's the old man in this. He's got... Roman tries to hide his grays. CM Punk shows it. Raw General Manager Adam Pearce and other WWE producers rushed to the ring to pull the best in the world away, leaving Reigns to chirp into the camera as the show went off the air. I do not know, man. I do not know. This is crazy. So, Bayley... So, a couple things backstage, too, is like, calling... Well, that doesn't do much. That, especially for me. Bayley and Lyra Valkyria were confronted by the Kabuki Warriors and teased competing for the women's tag team titles at WrestleMania. In the background, Austin Theory could be seen talking to Maxine Dupree. Could the Vision be in the hunt for a women's division competitor? Who knows? LA Knight checked in with the Usos and informed them that they have a good thing going on, but if the Bloodline is back, they can't be on the same page. That's fine. That's all fine. Punk also mentioned Samoa Joe by claiming that calling Reigns by his first name would be an insult to his former Ring of Honor teammate. That was also good too. I heard that. Honestly, not as big as what the mentioning the burial of Alpha. Like that is fucking, that promo that Punk cut and then left. That was fucking, that was good. But this was nothing. Calling him old, that's fucking B-. That was nothing. But what was the overall grade for this show? Well, as a whole, it was one of the better offerings in recent weeks, thanks to some in-ring action highlighted by Penta and Lee. The women's division, of course, was predominantly featured, rightfully so, and we got WrestleMania developments up and down the 2.5 hour. The main event segment did not quite hit like others before it, but it did advance the story. A quality show that fused in-ring and mic skills to build up WrestleMania 42 for a thumbs up. Sure, I'm going to give it a B, not a B+, but that opening segment is something to fucking go look at. And as far as WrestleMania, as far as what I'm concerned about WrestleMania, ladies and gentlemen, we take a look at the board here, of course. Now, this ain't no thoughts. These are the WrestleMania cards, and we are still building. We could possibly be seeing this. We could possibly be seeing this. I mean, with Liv Morgan cutting a promo on that. We could possibly be seeing this. We are most likely, obviously, are getting this. And I put with Paul Heyman because that's where it's going. We obviously know all the World Championship matches are happening. We don't know if more will be added to this match in particular, considering Jacob and Drew. But we haven't seen much of Gunther at all, so maybe Gunther might not be on the WrestleMania card. But as far as I'm concerned, this is what we got so far for WrestleMania, and it's looking pretty good. I will, once WWE makes it very clear, I will break it down for everyone, so look out for that. But needless to say, this is what we are getting. This is the WrestleMania 42 card, and it's looking pretty good. What did you guys think of Monday Night Raw? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe, drop a like, and of course, turn on those post notifications so you never miss a stream. I'm sorry if I was muted throughout all of this. I do apologize. But if I wasn't and you caught it, cool. I thought I was muted. Maybe I don't know. I'd have to check the replay. But until then, I will see you guys on Saturday, and I will see you guys next week for the Raw review.